are going to discuss the nasopulmonary drug delivery system. So this is a disclaimer for the viewers. In this session, we are going to discuss strategies to improve nasal absorption. There are different strategies we have to suppose to use in order to improve the nasal absorption. So let us see different strategies to improve nasal absorption. Different strategies to improve the nasal absorption like enzyme inhibitors, permeation enhancers, prodrug approach, structural modification, then particulate drug delivery, then mucoadhesive drug delivery systems, and use of co-solvents. Apart from these strategies, there are so many other strategies are also there to improve the nasal absorption. So we are going to discuss the different strategies like enzyme inhibitors, so which are going to inhibit the enzymes and thereby promotes the bioavailability of the drug. Then the second one, that is the use of permeation enhancers. They're going to affect the barrier properties and thereby increases the drug permeability. Yet another approach is there, that is the use of prodrug, which is going to improve the nasal absorption. Then the structural modification in the drug, which will increase the physicochemical properties of the drug and thereby there is a improvement in the nasal absorption. Then the particulate drug delivery systems, then use of the mucoadhesive polymer so as to which will improve the nasal residence time and thereby the absorption of a drug, and the use of co-solvents which improves the solubility of the drugs. So these are the various strategies which are used in the design and development of nasal drug delivery system. So let us see one by one all these approaches. Very first one, enzyme inhibitors. Use of enzyme inhibitors in the nasal formulation improves the nasal absorption. As already we have discussed, the enzymatic degradation in the nasal cavity. Nasal metabolism of drug can be eliminated or reduced by using the enzyme inhibitors. Mainly for formulation of proteins and peptide molecule development, enzyme inhibitors like peptidase and protease are used. So the peptidase and protease enzyme inhibit the metabolism of the protein and peptide drug, and these are widely used in the development of the nasal drug delivery system of proteins and peptides. The absorption enhancers like salts and fusidic acid derivatives also shows enzyme inhibition activity to increase the absorption and bioavailability of drug. So it is possible to use the certain salts and the fusidic acid derivative as an absorption enhancer. The other enzyme inhibitors which are commonly used in the nasal drug delivery system like trypsin, aprotinine, borovaline, amastatin, bestatin, and boroleucin. So these are the certain other enzyme inhibitors which are used in the formulation development. So the enzyme inhibitors which inhibits the metabolism of the drug in the nasal cavity. In the case of protein and peptide, it is possible to use the peptidase and protease in the formulation, which will increases the permeability of the drug. The absorption enhancers like salts and fusidic acid derivatives also shows the enzyme inhibition activity and thereby promotes the viability of the drug. Certain other enzyme inhibitors which are widely used in the development of nasal drug delivery systems like trypsin, aprotinine, borovalin, amastatin, bestatin, and borolisin. So this is about the nasal enzyme inhibitors. It is one of the component of the nasal formulation. If we are preparing the protein or peptide type of the drug delivery systems or vaccine drug delivery system, nasal vaccines, for example. Let us move towards the permeation enhancers. Already we have discussed enough about the permeation enhancers. Still, there is a need to discuss the permeation enhancers related with the nasal drug delivery system. As you know that it increases the rate at which drug passes through the nasal mucosa. So the permeation enhancers, they are going to improve the nasal permeation of the drug. These permeation enhancers acts by inhibiting enzyme activity, reducing mucus viscosity or elasticity, or decreasing the mucociliary clearance. It is going to open the tight junctions and solubilizing or stabilizing the drug. So these are the various mechanisms by which permeation enhancers are going to act and thereby increases the nasal permeation of the drug. Many enhancers acts by altering the structure of epithelial cells without damaging or permanent change to nasal mucosa. It is possible to use the surfactants, bile salts, chelators, fatty acid salts, phospholipids, then the chitosan, cyclodextrin, and glycols as a permeation enhancers in the nasal formulation. Permeation enhancers change the permeability of the epithelial cell layer by modifying the phospholipidic bilayer. Thereby, it increases the membrane fluidity or opening the tight junctions between the epithelial cells and thus increasing the paracellular transport. Surfactants, bile salts, fatty acid, phospholipids, then lysophospholipids modify the cell structure, leaching out the proteins, or even stripping of the outer layer of the mucosa, and thereby it increases the nasal permeability of the drug. Chitosan and cyclodextrins acts mainly by opening the tight junctions. So these are the few mechanisms by which permeation enhancers are going to act in the nasal drug delivery system. So in the case of surfactants, bile salts, fatty acids, phospholipids, and lysophospholipids, which are going to modify the cell structure, leaching out the proteins, or even stripping off the outer layer of the mucosa. Whereas in the case of the chitosan and cyclodextrin acts mainly by opening the tight junctions. Already we have seen how the drug it is going to be absorbed from the nasal cavity, mechanisms of drug absorption from the nasal tract or nasal cavity. Let us see the classification of surfactants which are used in the nasal drug delivery systems. Very first one, that is a surfactants, then bile salts, chelators, fatty acid salts, phospholipids, glycerinic acid derivative, cyclohextrins, and glycols. Categories of the permeation enhancers which are widely used in the nasal formulation. So in the case of surfactant, it is possible to use the laureth 9 and the saponins. Then the bile salts like trihydroxy salt, glycol and taurocolate, fusidic acid derivatives, chelators, for example, salicylates and the EDTA, fatty acid salts like oleic acid, caprolate, caprate and laurate, phospholipids like lysophosphatidyl then dedecanol PC, glyceridinic acid derivatives, for example, carbendazolone, glycyrrhezinate, cyclodextrins like alpha, beta, gamma cyclodextrins or HPBCD, glycols like N-glycopyrols and N-ethylene glycols. So these are the certain permeation enhancers which are used in the nasal formulation. Let us see the few details about the certain permeation enhancers. So very first one, that is the chitosan. Chitosan, it is widely used as a permeation enhancer in the nasal drug delivery system. It interacts with the protein kinase C system and opens the tight junctions between epithelial cells and increasing the paracellular transport of polar drug. So the chitosan, it is going to interact with the protein kinase C system and opens the tight junction between the epithelial cells and thereby increasing the paracellular transport of the polar drug. Moreover, it interacts strongly with the nasal mucus layer, enhancing the contact time. This is yet another mechanism, contact time for the transport of the drug across the membrane by the mucoadhesion. Chitosan also enhances the dissolution rate of low water soluble drugs. It is used in several intranasal pharmaceutical forms, including powders, liquids, gels, microparticles, and the microspheres. Let us see the cyclodextrin as a permeation enhancer. Cyclodextrins structurally they have a hydrophilic outer surface. Cyclodextrins structurally they have a hydrophilic outer surface and a lipophilic central cavity where a polar drug can be included. So it is going to form a complex with the polar drug. Cyclodextrins are used as a complexing agent to improve nasal absorption by increasing drug solubility and the stability. So the cyclodextrin, it is going to form a complex with the drug molecule, thereby it is going to improve the drug solubility as well as the stability. They interact with the lipophilic components of the biological membrane and changing their permeability. So this is a mechanism by which cyclodextrins are going to act as a permeation enhancer. It shows some local as well as the systemic toxicity. Moreover, alterations of the nasal morphology, ciliary beat frequency, erythrocyte hemolysis, and the cytotoxic effects. So this is about the cyclodextrin. Let us see the prodrug approach. So prodrug approach, it is a yet another strategy to improve the nasal permeation or the nasal absorption. It is mainly for improving the nasal viability, especially for the proteins and peptides to enhance the membrane permeability along with the increased enzymatic stability. So it is possible to use the prodrug approach for protein and peptide type of the drug. So in order to improve the enzymatic stability, the prodrug undergoes enzymatic transformation to release the active medicament when it crosses the enzymatic and membrane barrier. So in the nasal cavity, there is a transformation of the prodrug and it gets converted into the active medicament. The absorption of peptides like angiotensin 2, bradykinin, choline, carnosine, enkephalin, vasopressin, and calcitonin are improved by prepared into the enamine derivatives. So these are the certain examples of the peptides when we are converting into its enamine derivative, its permeability or absorption, it is going to be enhanced or increased. Let us see the structural modification. In the case of structural modification, here modification of drug structure without altering pharmacological activity. So it is possible to modify the drug structure without altering the pharmacological activity. Is one of the lucrative way to improve the nasal absorption. The chemical modification of drug molecule, it is commonly used to modify the physicochemical properties of a drug, such as molecular size, molecular weight, pK, and solubility. So in order to improve the nasal absorption of the drug. For example, chemical modification of salmon calcitonin to icatoniin showed better viability than the salmon calcitonin. That is, CN bond replaces the SS bond, right? So this is about the structural modification. So let us see the particulate drug delivery systems. So there are certain particulate drug delivery systems are there. They are having the certain advantages, and they are going to act as a carriers. So microspheres, nanoparticles, and liposomes are all systems which can be used as carriers to encapsulate an active drug. So it is possible to encapsulate the drug into the microspheres, nanoparticles, and the liposomes. This can result in increased absorption efficiency and stability and reduce the toxicity of the active medicament or active ingredient. Systems can be designed to be mycoadhesive to increase the retention time and facilitate the sustained release. In the case of microspheres, it is possible to use the mycoadhesive polymers, and thereby it is possible to increase the retention time of the formulation in the nasal cavity. Microspheres are mainly increase the absorption and viability by adhering to the nasal mucosa and increase the nasal residence time of the drug and thereby the absorption of a drug. Microspheres prepared by using the polymers like dextran, chitosan, biodegradable starch has successfully improved the viability of various drugs. So these are the certain polymers which are used to formulate the nasal drug delivery system. Already you are aware about the chitosan. It is going to act as a permeation enhancer. It is going to act as a solubilizer. It is going to act as a mycoadhesive agents. Liposomes are the amphiphilic in nature, are well characterized for favorable permeation of the drug through the biological membrane. So the water soluble drugs have been delivered to the nasal drug by using the liposomes. The cationic liposomes are having a good permeation capacity than the negatively charged anionic liposomes. Nanoparticles, it is a yet another approach by which it is possible to improve the nasal permeability. Microspheres and nanoparticles, they are differ in their size. So this is about the particulate drug delivery. Let us see the mycoadhesive drug delivery in order to improve the nasal absorption. Mycoadhesion implies the attachment of the drug delivery system to the mucus, involving an interaction between mucin and a synthetic or a natural polymer called mycoadhesive. So here we are using the mycoadhesive polymer, which is going to be interacted with the nasal mucus, and it is going to be adhered. The sequential events that occur during this mycoadhesion includes the several steps. Very first step, that is firstly mucoadhesive system absorb water from the mucus layer and get wet and swell. Following this, the polymer intimately penetrates into the mucus and hence localizes the formulation in nasal cavity and enhancing the drug concentration gradient across the epithelium. Mucoadhesive mostly used in the intranasal drug delivery systems are chitosan, alginate, and cellulose or its derivatives like carboxymethyl cellulose. So the chitosan is a mucoadhesive and also causes a transient widening of epithelial tight junction and thereby increases the permeability of drug. Carbapol 934P and polycarbophil are mucoadhesive polymer that inhibit the trypsin proteolytic enzyme and therefore they can be used also to increase the stability of peptide drugs. Sodium alginate is a water soluble, natural, linear polysaccharide which is widely used as a polymer matrix due to its non-toxicity, biocompatibility, and gel formation stability. So it is possible to prepare the nasal gels by using these mucoadhesive polymers. It is possible to prepare the microparticles also, and they are going to be retained for long period of time into the nasal cavity by using the polymers like chitosan, sodium alginate, carboxymethyl cellulose, polycarbophil. Also, they are having a added advantage of they are going to act as a permeation enhancers also. So this is about the mucoadhesive drug delivery system as a one of the strategy to improve the nasal absorption of the drug. Last approach, that is the co-solvent. Co-solvent, they are going to increase the solubility of the drug. Generally, we are using the glycerol, ethanol, propylene glycol, and ethylene glycol, as all these co-solvents are non-toxic, non-irritant to nasal mucosa and pharmaceutical acceptable. So the co-solvent is the yet another approach, thereby we can improve the solubility of the drug and the nasal absorption. So herewith we have finished the strategies to improve the nasal absorption. So in this session we have discussed the enzyme inhibitors, permeation enhancers, prodrug approach, structural modification, then the particulate drug delivery like microspheres, nanoparticles, and liposomes, mucoadhesive drug delivery, and use of the co-solvents. So these are the various strategies which are widely used to improve the nasal absorption. Apart from these strategies, there are so many other strategies are also available to increase the nasal permeation of the drug.